And let's start with Sony potentially acquiring the largest Japanese media conglomerate, and that is Kadokawa. So we're going to talk about this right now, and yes, Kadokawa is well known for for its anime production, for being an anime production company, and not only that, they also own the From Software, the gaming the, I mean
As far
the
as,
developer.
as far as I know, Kadokawa is a film company in Japan. This is nearly the oldest film company in Japan is Kadokawa.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. So let's discuss about this one. So as we all know, Sony has acquired Funimation last 2021 yeah, last actually yeah. Funimation was acquired by Sony back then, and then now they acquired Crunchyroll by Funimation, and they merged it into one, which is Crunchyroll, and now we have another merger coming from Sony themselves, and that is buying the entire company, Kadokawa. So, this was first reported by Reuters that Sony is in talks to acquire Kadokawa. According to Reuters, two sources familiar with the matter, the talks are ongoing and a deal could be signed in the coming weeks. So, to show things off, let me screen share so you can get the context on what I am talking about. So, we are taking this article from Anime News Network. So, Sony declined to comment on to Reuters on the acquisition talks, and Kotawa said it cannot give any comments. Sony already has a 2% stake in Kadokawa and a stake in its subsidiary, From Software, who is behind the Elden Ring. Yes. So, uh, what does this mean for the future of the anime? Well, um, honestly, I'm I am against this merger. I'm against this upcoming potential merger from Sony because this is going to kill the competition of other anime companies, and it is not going to end well because again, Sony is really huge in producing entertainment, and now they are calling Kadokawa for to what do I say this to increase their anime monopoly, and I can say that this is not a right thing, and it's not good for all of us, the consumers, long-term anime fans, and the newbies who just entered the world of anime. This is not good for the anime fans out there. Same can be said for the manga because why? Again, as I have said it before, Sony is really a huge company and they are going to like monopolize everything as they can and try to get people into Crunchyroll, which we already know by now that Crunchyroll is under scrutiny for their actions, in fact, especially the fan mail, fan mail, fan mail situation that that we have heard of not too long ago, like last few weeks, right? So yeah, what does this mean for Kadokawa if it were acquired by Sony? Well, if that is going to be going through the acquisition by Sony and they manage to buy Kadokawa, well, what does this mean? Well, it can be a lot of meaning things. Most of the upcoming anime titles will likely only be licensed to Crunchyroll outside Asia. And honestly, without finding the alternative or other streaming platforms like Hulu, iDive, even Max, literally Prime Video, even other video streaming platforms, this is not good because what I can already feel that once we acquired Kadokawa, they're going to only license, not maybe, most of them, most of the titles, most of the titles, I repeat, most of the titles would only be licensed to Crunchyroll outside Asia. And my God, my God, I wish, I pray to God that this does not happen because again, I am not a fan. I'm totally against this move from Sony. So for the love of God, this needs to this needs to be rejected by Kadokawa because again, if if this gets acquired by Sony in the next few weeks, this is going to spell the doom for the anime fans, and we're all not going to like it at all. Even the licensing titles outside Crunchyroll could likely be unsorted outside Asia. So, yeah, please for this thing, I really wish that Kadokawa will disagree with the Sony deals because again, I do not like how this is going. I really don't. I really don't. Ooh, I really am not liking this move that Sony is heading to because as I said it before, if it gets acquired, then imagine Crunchyroll monopolizing anime from almost all the anime studios. Oh my god, that is not good. So yeah, if this gets acquired, you know what that means. You know, already know. If you know, you know. So yeah, I don't know. I don't feel good with this direction that Sony is heading to. So yeah, what do you say about this dream card? Do you have any thoughts to say to the audience? What do you think about Sony?
This is medyo complicated to summarize because uh,
Complicated.
Kadokawa is being the largest printing franchise, not a film corporation because I get it wrong. It is a printing company, and they try to sell manga, and it's one of the largest too. So they are not partnering with the Sony this time. I think. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yes, I was
So
correct.
so in your own words, could you what yeah, in your own words, what do you think is going to happen if Sony acquired Kadokawa and starts only licensing titles to Crunchyroll outside Asia? What in your own words, what do you think it's going to happen?
I think it's they're like having this deal to like add on for the Sony's expectations, so acquire the manga industry. And I would say like there's a lot of times na you need like to franchise various manga releases from outside Japan, and to have that as a situation that Sony wanted to acquire Kadokawa for the licenses too.
Um, so next question. Do you think this is going to kill the anime and manga competition? Do you think so?
Not much, but there's a lot of manga titles. No. Manga companies are also competing ahead supposedly by I don't know their share growth or by either popularity of the title, I think, and that's how they like might be interesting on how they going to compete between Sony and other manga brands.
Very interesting. Take dream car. So um uh, last thing. Do you think other media conglomerates that are focused on the internet will survive after this merger? After this potential merger, do you think they will survive? Like, can they compete against Sony's Kotawa if that happens? Can they compete?
For fair competition, I think Kadokawa is very reasonable for Sony to have this deal going on, and it might be fair for them. But I don't know with the competition, but I don't know if will continue. But it would still remains the same for me.
You think it will remain the same? But for me, I have a mixed feelings. One, it may not end well It may not end well. It may kill off the licensing titles outside Crunchyroll for outside Asia. Second, Kodawa titles only, huh? Kodawa titles only. They may kill licensing Kodawa titles outside Crunchyroll for Asia. Outside Asia, I mean. So yeah, I don't know, man. So again, last question. Is this a good? Is this? Do you think this is going to be a beneficial move or not so beneficial move for consumers and long-time anime fans?
It might depend for them.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dreamcar. So, in conclusion, I am very sorry to say that I am totally opposing this direction where this is heading to. I really pray that this does not happen. Please, 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 don't let this happen. Please, please don't let this happen. That is all I can say.